Hi, this is part of a video series from Rethink Church where we respond to some of the most frequently asked questions inquisitive people ask about faith. In this video, we're addressing the question, why would a good God allow for the existence of evil? I'm Reverend Ryan Dunn, and I'm going to take a stab at offering a response to this question. I'll admit, I got asked this question during my ordination interviews, which is part of the approval process in the United Methodist Church, and I broke into a sweat. Then stammered off some kind of answer about free will and God loving us enough to allow us to err. It made my interviewers laugh, not because the answer was so incoherent, but more because people have been wrestling with this question for millennia. And there's a diversity of answers, but none are really more authoritative than the others. So I can only offer my own perspective on how a God who is defined by love allows for the harm and destruction of evil. If God was all good and all powerful, wouldn't God stop the harm? And by not doing so, does that mean that God either can't stop the harm, so God is not all powerful, or God won't stop the harm, so God is not all good? Perhaps in order to understand this, we need to extend the all descriptors of God. God is also all loving and all over time. An all loving God creates in genuine freedom, and this freedom is what allows for the possibility of evil actions. That being said, God's ultimate aim, based in love, is the restoration of a creation that exists in unity in love. Because this reality is based in love, it can't really be coerced or forced. We can't force others to love. In church world, we talk about humans being made in the image of God. As such, we are invited to cooperate with God's movements of love, justice, and healing in the midst of a broken world. And this includes addressing the causes of evil, working towards social justice, and offering compassion and care to those affected by evil. Furthermore, we have a challenge to identify and root out the evil within ourselves. So our response to evil can sometimes come in the form of accepting personal responsibility and undertaking ethical living as a response. Just as we are individually in process of becoming our best selves, humanity and creation are moving towards their best states. Evil is not directly caused by God, but emerges as a result of the freedom and self-determination of creatures in an evolving world. The ultimate Christian hope is that God will ultimately set things right and bring about a new heaven and earth where evil will be eradicated. But again, humanity has responsibility in ushering in this time through rooting out systems and attitudes of evil. This is a very long view of good overcoming evil, and that's why we remember that God is also all over time. As Christians, part of our hope in resurrection is that we will also take part in the renewed creation. Once again, I'm sweating. I feel like I've just stammered something that is less than perfect, but that in and of itself can be an expression of our developing world. There's still a lot more to learn about God and God's movement in the world. If you're interested in learning more, you can hit us up with more questions at the link in the description, and we'll be back with more soon. Peace to you until then.